All right, so here's part 2, and then at the end of these parts of the packet are all that are going to be due by the 16th, okay? By, I think that's Thursday, Friday. It's due Friday. All right, so let's talk about this next section. So appeasement happened in 1938. Hitler took, well, let me just read it instead of talking to you. In September 1938, the British and French prime ministers met Adolf Hitler and surrendered to his demands. They agreed to divide up Czechoslovakia, which is now the Czech Republic and Slovakia, and allowed Hitler to annex the Sudetenland, which was the western part of Czechoslovakia. The reason Hitler was allowed to annex part of Czechoslovakia was to keep world peace. Okay, so that's called appeasement. But as we know, Hitler's not a nice guy, and he's going to take more land. All right, so the Nazi-Soviet Pact. This was a pact or an agreement between Germany and the Soviet Union. It was a secret pact. The agreement promised that if each of the countries got into a war by invading another country, the other country would not get involved to fight against them. So it was sort of like a peace pact. And they had a secret part of the agreement where they would split up Poland. So Germany invades Poland September 1st, 1939, and then Stalin invades Eastern Poland a couple days later. All right. So on August 23rd, 1939, the world was shocked when suddenly Russia and Germany signed a non-aggression pact. Means they're not going to fight each other. People would have been more shocked if they'd known in the time that in addition, the two countries had a secret agreement to invade and divide Poland between them. Hitler signs the pact with Stalin. Hitler wants Stalin to feel safe from German invasion. But within 2 years, Hitler is going to invade Russia. This caused Russia to join the Allies against Germany and Hitler. And Russia is going to be very, very important in defeating the Nazis. They take out the largest and most best trained 6th Army from Germany, and suffer many, many losses doing so. But that's going to enable us to open up the Western Front. All right, so August 23rd, 1939 is when they signed the pact. September 1st, 1939 is when Germany invades Poland, and that's the beginning of World War II. Great Britain declares war on Germany. Germany declares war on Great Britain. France declares war on Germany, and so on and so forth. Okay, now I'm not going to answer this for you. I put this in the worksheet. What test questions could you write from this worksheet? So you're going to write 2 sample questions and their answers that if you were me, what you might put on a test or something. Okay, what do you think is the most important? So something like, when did World War II start in Europe? The answer would be September 1st, 1939. All right, during the next 10 months, Germany continued to take back the land they felt was theirs. That's the wrong there. The land they lost in World War I. And more. Okay, so these are all the countries that Germany takes in 1940. Denmark, Norway. Now, Finland is up in the northern areas. Never steal fish. Norway, Sweden, Finland. Okay, so that's the Winter War. If you're interested in all this stuff and getting into the nitty-gritty, take the World War II class with me, and we get into it really good. And the Winter War is really intriguing and kind of fun to learn about. Germany takes France, and that's the moment when everybody kind of realizes, oh, poop, this is the big time, right? Luxembourg, the Netherlands, now they're bombing England with their airplanes because they're planning on doing an amphibious invasion, but they never get the chance. And they're basically taking over across, most of continental Europe. Italy, Germany, and Japan sign an agreement and are partners in the war. Germany invades Greece and Yugoslavia. All right, here we go. This is on the answer sheet. We're going to look at this. Germany does the unthinkable. June 22nd, 1941, Germany attacks the Soviet Union. Enraged by this, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin joins the Allies to help stop Hitler. The attack on the Soviet Union is called Operation Barbarossa. Operation Barbarossa. And we'll type that on the sheet there. So on June 22nd, 1941, the German army invaded the Soviet Union. Stalin went on Soviet radio and gave instructions that when forced to withdraw, the Red Army should destroy anything that could be of use to the enemy. Now this is called scorched earth policy, and you'll learn more about it when you take modern world history with me. Scorched earth policy created severe problems for the German war machine, which was trying to keep her 3 million soldiers supplied with necessary food and ammunition they would take from the place they invaded. So in scorched earth policy, instead of allowing the Germans to take crops, to take over homes, to take livestock, the Russians would destroy all their own stuff so the Nazis had nothing. All right, so, you know, Russia, the secret to Russia is just waiting long enough for the weather to change, and then eventually everyone will freeze to death, and that's what happens. Okay, so let's go back to our answer sheet. Okay, so in 1941, Operation Barbarossa takes place, and Germany attacks Russia and thinks it can take Russia's oil and other natural resources. Ha ha ha, that's not going to work though, right? Stalin turned to the Allies because he was stabbed in the back by Hitler. That's basically it. That's why Stalin joined the Allies. Right? And let's just put in here, used scorched earth policy to slow down the Nazis. Okay, let's see what else. So Operation Barbarossa, that's the big one. Control B, control underline. Oh, undo. Undo. There we go. Control underline. There we go. All right. So now Stalin is on the side of the Allies. Okay. Here we go. Whoops. I forgot to capitalize Soviet Union. All right. It's called Operation Barbarossa. Now it's your responsibility to do your questions and answers from this packet. Okay. And we're going to wait and before we jump into the next part of the war, which is when America joins the war. All right, so this is what you've got to do for now. I'm going to stop this video, and you can turn it in through Google Classroom, or you can share it with me. All right, gang? Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.